Hey guys, and welcome to our top 10 favorite films of 2017. My name is Scott Ellis. I'm joined here by Tim McGavick.
I'm pumped to be here.
Tyler Switolski.
I'm nervous
Yep.
about my list.
I'm nervous for your list.
I did just finish it.
You know it has to be 10 different movies.
Nope, it's Kingsman 2. Down the list.
That's what I thought.
Also joining us is
1 through
Adam Franey.
Get hype. I do have my list.
10. It's on paper.
I've written it down. It's here.
It's very professional.
You should have unrolled it like this.
Did not know you could write.
Yeah, guys, before we get into it, don't
Sitting-
forget to leave a like on this video if you
Crayon.
enjoyed it. Leave a comment below in the comment section. And, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Please.
With that out of the way, let me just lay down what's going to happen. We're each going to go through and give our 10, our number 10, then 9, then 8, etc.
Yeah.
Until we finally get to our favorite films.
Nerve-wracking.
So let me start off with my number 10 favorite film. of
I'm so
2017.
nervous right now.
Jumping right in.
This is what we're doing, bud. This is what we're doing.
No more lead up. This is it.
The Square.
Have not seen.
Never heard of.
Directed by Ruben Östlund.
Yeah.
Starring Claes Bang, Elizabeth
Claes Bang,
Moss,
of course.
Dominic West,
Terry Notary.
Terry Notary. I mean, this movie fucking blew me away when I saw it. Loved it.
Blew you away.
It was just shocking. I just never seen it before. You know, this kind of movie.
What is it? It's an
very-
experiment.
It is.
Sounds
like-
fucked.
It's about art pieces, and it's an art piece itself, I guess.
It's just-
Oh, is that the super weird movie
Yeah.
that we watched the trailer for?
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that. With what was it, Gorilla?
Terry
Yeah,
Notary does
Terry-
his grill.
yeah.
Yeah.
That scene, like some of the most tense moments I've had in a theater. Like it was very intense. It had me on edge. I just loved it. It's just so different.
I gotta see it.
It's my number 10, 2017. The Square. Check it out.
Damn.
It's my pick for winning Best Foreign Feature this year.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
For sure.
Dope.
It's Swedish. Tim,
Yes.
what's your number 10?
Sweet.
I will preface my list with some movies I have not seen this year that
good, yeah.
may or may not eventually make their way into my top 10.
There's gonna be a lot of prefacing for my list.
Florida Project.
Yeah.
Did not see from Sean Baker.
Ooh, don't even say
You
Lady
missed
Bird.
emotional scene with these two. We were just talking about
They were crying
Florida
off
Project,
camera.
and they cried.
Would you say Tingleberry?
Lady Bird.
Oh.
Call Me by Your Name.
I don't cry.
And The Square.
I swear.
Haven't seen.
Check it out, bud.
Number 4 for me. Or number
Whoa!
Artemis Fowl? It's coming out next year.
number 10. Gave it a heavy 4.
Yes.
One Good Time.
Oh, you had a good time.
I had a great time watching Good Time.
Sick.
Perfect pun. No one's ever done it before.
Good
This was written by Ronald Bronstein and Josh Safdie, directed by Benny Safdie and Josh Safdie, starring Robert Pattinson in a Oscar-worthy performance. Just saying. And Benny Safdie also in an Oscar-worthy performance.
Yeah, zero buzz for either. What
Yes,
the fuck?
devastating.
Crazy.
Great movie, great little low-key independent thriller. Some very uncomfortable, cringy moments.
Just very ballsy filmmaking.
Very ballsy
They go out on the limb.
But Robert Pattinson gives his best performance I've seen him in.
Transformative.
He's picking some really interesting stuff lately.
Yeah.
And then Benny Safdie, who I think has done some couple independent movies beforehand, kills it. I would love to see him be up for Best Supporting Actor. Like if I had to choose between him or Robert Pattinson, I'd probably maybe pick Benny because I think it's I don't know. They're both just great. The performances are great in it. Very awesome directing from the brothers. Number 10 of the year.
Sick. Ty.
See it.
This is where I.
What do you got for us,
This
bud?
is where I wake
Total
up.
mystery.
Okay.
What's your number 10?
Get
Okay.
the popcorn ready.
Well, a couple of things. I'm going to preface this with things that I
Hi,
have not
man.
seen this year. Don't look. Jesus.
We don't have 40 minutes.
Oh, fuck, that's a lot. Okay. Things I didn't see this year that will probably break. That could have potentially broke my top 10. I'm going to cross one off.
40 minutes.
3 Billboards. Did not see.
Oh, you weren't there when we saw it with Benedict Cumberbatch?
Shut
And
up.
Michael Shannon and the whole cast.
Sam Rockwell?
Sam
Francis
Rockwell.
McDormand.
Director Martin McDonough.
I know. I did not see it. Okay.
Wow.
Weird.
Wow.
I thought you were there.
3 Billboards. I, Tonya, which could have potentially had
Haven't seen that yet
potential
either.
to break my top 10. And then
Saw it. It's fine.
Battle of the Sexes. I was really hyped for. I thought that was a fun romp.
Haven't-
Okay. So
What's your number 10?
my number 10. Oh my god. You know I'm gonna get shit. You know what? Top 10. Dunkirk.
Oh, shit,
Yep.
boy.
Yep. I don't know. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I know it's going to be coming up sooner on your guys' list.
Do you know that?
I do know that for a fact. There is no way it's not in your top 10s. Just like this movie is just like everything about this, like production wise, was just perfect. Like obviously watching it was fantastic. Storyline was great, but I think the production is like the most important part on this movie.
Now,
Watched it in real IMAX, 70 million.
Yes, we did.
Technical masterpiece.
Yes.
Some have said.
Yeah, and they would be correct. Real sounds, like real effects. It was just beautifully done.
Some of the most real
I
sounds.
must ask,
Yes.
how did you keep up with the timelines in the film?
I'm not going to lie to you.
Confused?
It was difficult.
Yeah. I can see that.
I was sweating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Adam, what's your number 10 favorite film of 2017?
Tend to look at my list as if I don't know. Only things I didn't see, I will preface, was The Square and Phantom Thread. Those two, I
haven't
not
seen Phantom Thread.
get
Yeah,
to
something
see.
wide in our area yet.
Yeah, Phantom Thread review should be coming later. Stay tuned.
You saw it, Tony?
January
When it
11th?
comes. Saw it, Tonya.
Oh, I didn't know that. Did you like it quickly? Did you like it?
Pretty good.
Pretty good? Okay.
Solid flick. Margot will be nominated. She's amazing in it.
Okay.
But my 10.
Allison Janney?
Number 10.
She was good?
Also very good.
Okay, good.
Spit it up.
Yes?
Logan.
Logan.
Very, very good film.
Very good film.
Gave it a heavy 4. Love it. It's great. Hugh Jackman turning in the final performance as Wolverine.
Allegedly.
Emotional.
Tearjerker.
Allegedly.
Tearjerker for sure.
Yeah.
Tearjerker. It's the Wolverine movie I always wanted for my entire life. I feel like it's like the seminal Wolverine movie.
Heavy 4, you said?
Heavy 4. Wanted to rewatch it before we did this. Didn't get a chance to. Could be a 5.
I rewatched it.
Gotta check out that Logan Noir cut on Blu-ray. So I'll let you know. I'll tune back in. But as for right now, it's number 10. Logan.
Scotty.
Fire for the streets.
All right, boys, we're moving quickly.
Yeah.
My number 9 favorite film.
Yeah.
I can't handle this anxiety, man.
I know. I'm so nervous right
It's
now.
killing me.
My
Crossover.
boy, Yorgos. The Killing of a Sacred Deer. Number 9.
This seems to be just going around a circle of movies I haven't seen.
It's just so ballsy. This and The Square, very similar. Like,
Balls
super
out.
ballsy. Like, doesn't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
some of the most uncomfortable moments I've had in the theater. Just like, The Square was very tense. Super uncomfortable. Super cringe. But I love it. I
if
loved
you
every
like
second of it.
cringe,
I loved every second of it.
that Colin Farrell story.
I just appreciate when I see like an artist just
at work.
giving it their all
Something I've never
and
seen.
just going out on a limb and doing their own thing.
Yeah.
I just appreciate that, and it works well as like a horror film too. But just great performances all around. I love it. Yorgos Lanthimos. Can't wait to see. He's one of my must-see directors.
Yeah.
There's a
Interesting
few
stuff.
that I don't even care if they're like good, bad, whatever. Like I know they're gonna go out on a limb and do their own thing, and I appreciate that every time.
Like you'll go.
Same
see
with like
it.
Winning Refn. Like
Yeah.
it might not be that good all the time, but I can see the artistic angle for sure.
I
So,
agree.
Killing of a Sacred Deer, number 9.
Freak. Yorgos.
Tim,
Yeah.
number 9.
Number 9. Gave a heavy 4.
Holy
9.
Ironically, gave the movie that it's based on a half a star. Or 0, because it's technically the worst film ever made. Number 9 is The Disaster Artist.
Dang.
Not a disaster.
Heavy 4. Written by Scott Neustadter and Michael H. Weber. Thought Franco wrote it. Did not.
Oh.
Directed by James Franco. Starring James Franco, Dave Franco, Alison Brie, and a plethora of people in supporting roles. Yeah. This movie is great. Had a lot of hearts. Had some hilarious moments in it.
We were
Preach.
cackling.
Preach.
We were cackling.
I was
Great
cackling.
direction from Franco, I think. Like he nailed people's like performances. Like Seth Rogen mentioned this during the review. Is like he's not very Seth Rogen-y in it. He plays it very like straight, and it's even more funny that he does it that way. And then the whole thing is just supported by Franco's awesome performance as the weirdo Tommy Wiseau.
Amazing.
Great movie, so much heart. It wasn't just like a poking stick. like making fun of Wiseau the whole time.
It was coming from the
Had a really
right.
great story in thread of friendship and Hollywood.
It was coming from the right angle.
Yes,
It was
they
coming
approached
out
it
from the-
with the right angle for sure.
Perfect execution.
Number 9, Disaster
Nine,
Artist.
Disaster Artist.
Flawless victory.
Tyler,
Yeah.
what's your number 9?
Let me
Number
just
9.
Hide my.
Number 9 is something that you guys thought might not make it onto my list, but it did.
Kingsman 2.
Kingsman 2.
Wow.
Is
Yeah.
it actually?
It is.
Fucking with us?
I'm not fucking with you.
Wow.
It did make it on my list over Dunkirk, and
Fuck.
that was the hard part. And that was why I said you guys were gonna hate me,
Now,
and that was the hard part.
I do have a question.
Yes.
I have several.
Now,
Technical Mastery and Dunkirk.
I seem to recall you
Kingsman 2.
5-banging Dunkirk.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken, Kingsman 2, Heavy 3.
Yep. Some editing
Okay.
has to be done.
So is Dunkirk going down to a Heavy 3, or is Kingsman 2
You know,
going up to a 5?
I haven't decided yet,
I don't know what would infuriate me more.
but
Either option, really.
that's the thing.
Which one have you rewatched?
I have rewatched Kingsman,
There you go.
but
movie.
if I rewatch Dunkirk, who knows what could happen. So
Just never watch it again then.
that's like
don't
I might not
understand.
have to. Well, here's the thing: is I'm going to have to like that. This is like the 9-10. This is the hard one because I love the world of Kingsman. Like I love what they created. It was to me, it was very original, even though it was very. It was. It's
in
not
Kingsman,
Yes,
in
Kingsman.
the first one.
Yes,
So.
yeah. The Kings. They created such an amazing world. I'm not going to get too much
The
into
second
this.
one.
The second one was different. You know what? This is
Was
my
your-
list,
It was your
Scott.
number 9.
Fuck off. This is my list.
Sure.
Kingsman.
Alright.
Be
Golden
unapologetic.
Circle.
Stick to your guns.
This
man.
is my. This is Scott. Back off. Yeah.
Adam, hit us.
Scott, get off the podcast for once. You.
I'm back. Adam, number 9.
That's where it gets.
That's where it gets fucking weird.
Number 9 is Guillermo del Toro's Shape of Water,
Oh!
a film we saw at TIFF
Yes.
in the theater that appears in the film.
Yes.
Actually, sorry. You guys saw it too.
The Elgin.
Oh, I said we, the 3 of us.
Yeah. Okay.
The Elgin, yes. Beautiful, beautiful little love story. His best film since Pan's Labyrinth, in my opinion. His second best to Pan's Labyrinth, in my opinion. Okay. Gave it a heavy 4.
That's like, you know,
Your
your
opinion,
opinion, man.
Sorry, guys. Pan's is fun. Yeah, it's just a great, great little movie. Michael Shannon is a gangster. What's the lead's name? I'm blanking on her name.
Sally Hawkins.
It is Sally Hawkins.
Yes.
Okay, I knew it. Okay. I think she very well could win the Academy Award. Maybe possible hot take. Is that a hot take? I don't know.
No, that's reasonable.
Just
Yeah.
and it wasn't. I didn't expect it to be as edgy as it was. Like it's rated R, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
90% sure.
There's some very violent stuff in it.
There's some violence. There's some. There's a lot of
sexual
stuff. There's stuff that I certainly was not expecting at all. So, very pleasantly surprised by Shape of Water. Guillermo del Toro, number 9.
Cool. We're on to number 8. I'm gonna start off my number 8.
So fucking nervous.
Already been mentioned.
Need some water. First crossover.
Good time. It's my number 8.
You had a good time with Good
I
Time?
had a great time.
A great time with
A
Good
great
Time.
time.
Great pun.
Don't
Never
steal my joke.
Say great pun, Scott. Never been
Fucking
done
excellent
before.
time. I had one of the goodest times.
Yes. It's a very good movie.
What more is there to say? Again, like I said, the last couple of movies, they just have balls. They're just doing fucking weird shit, different shit.
Yeah, all 3 are like,
You know,
not the typical.
Yeah.
we missed out on some extra weird shit with the dog. But
Oh,
could have got extra weird.
illegal.
I think Pattinson should be nominated this year.
I really
He's
hope he
my.
is.
He's the glaring omission right now.
We'll see. We'll see. I think if he gets nominated, like that will.
That would appease me.
Yeah, it's like what was that a couple years ago with Jake Gyllenhaal, Nightcrawler? Like he got snubbed. It was like, come on, you gotta. Very similar, I feel.
Yeah.
types of movies.
I could also see this
types of performances.
I could also see this not getting nominated, like being snubbed though. Like,
This is going to be
I
on the snub list.
Yeah,
like I was
sure.
surprised that Jake Gyllenhaal was snubbed.
Yeah.
If Robert Pattinson doesn't get nominated, I won't be surprised because it's a very small movie. But
to me, it's still a snub, though, in my opinion.
Could go the other way. Could sneak in Viggo Mortensen, Captain Fantastic.
Could, yeah.
Oh,
nice.
I could see him. Anyways, good time. It's my number 8. Very good film. I cannot wait for the next movie.
The Safdie's 48 Hours remake.
Oh yeah, weird.
This is the Diamond one.
Jay-Z's new music video.
Jonah Hill.
Diamond movie.
Number 8 for me was a 5. Has hence been dropped to a heavy 4. But still very, very good. War for Planet of the Apes. Written by Mark Baumbach and Matt Reeves. Directed by Matt Reeves. Starring Andy Serkis, Woody Harrelson, Steve Zahn, and Terry Notary.
You do love them apes.
There is steam coming out of Smitty's ears.
I do love... Ty does love... you do hate this movie?
If I recall...
Don't hate it.
No war.
There was no war.
Yeah.
No war.
No war. And war for the Planet
It's an
of the
emotional war. It's a
Andy Serkis
psychological war.
gives an amazing performance
He does.
as Caesar.
His best performance?
Probably his best performance as Caesar.
As Caesar.
I agree.
Yeah,
You said better performances.
this character... I don't
Gollum.
know. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, Gollum's definitely the best performance.
Yeah.
No, but this character of Caesar is so amazing. He's the heart of this trilogy, and he's great. The effects are amazing.
The best of all time? Best CG
Probably the
I've
best
ever seen?
CG I've ever seen in my life.
Probably, yeah.
Maurice looks real. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a real orangutan.
Is it?
Um,
I actually don't.
Took them years to train that.
Couple like kind of odd moments. Drop it from a 5 on second watch, but
Is this a misleading title?
no, title's fine. But love it. Tons of heart in this movie too, and I love that it's like a slower paced movie. It's not a war. It's a nice like build to this like action
misleading.
scene. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Shit.
War
Loved
for the
it.
Planet of the Apes.
Loved
Build
it.
to the
Number
war
8.
for the Planet
Great
of the
way
Apes.
to end the trilogy.
Fantastic, yes.
Tyler, what is your number 8?
It should be good.
Better be
Sorry,
fucking
I
good.
don't want to.
If it beats Kingsman, it better be fucking good.
Moto.
I saw your lip quiver there.
Yeah.
Really?
Are you?
Yeah.
I thought you were very lukewarm about this movie.
No, I like this movie a lot.
Isn't that another heavy 3?
No, that was not Heavy 3. No.
What was it then?
The fuck?
It was a 4 or a heavy 4 when I first watched it. So now, like,
Wow.
again, I'll have to be adjusting. Here's my thing.
You surprise me every year with that.
I know.
It is your top 10 favorite films.
That's the thing, and you can have like say, Dunkirk is probably still going to stay as a 5, and honestly, Kingsman's probably still going to stay below that. And here's my reasoning: is because you can have an amazing movie that is a 5 and have it not be like your favorite movie of all time.
No.
You don't enjoy watching it more than you enjoy watching
Exactly.
it.
Like it. So like the storyline in Dunkirk is perfect. The technical value, everything about it is perfect. But given the two of them, the Kingsman grabs me more as one of my as a Switty movie. So that's what I would
That's
love.
what we have deemed him.
I feel
Like,
you.
you're right, thank you. Like so, like, and it'll probably stay like that. Like Dunkirk will still be a 5, and Kingsman will still be below that. But on my list,
I understand that. At the same time,
Hmm.
you should just rate it how you feel.
Yeah, like is Dunkirk really a 5 then? If
Then
you don't
it is
Dunkirk
because
isn't a 5.
That's the thing. Dunkirk is still a 5.
objectively.
Though. That's the
But
problem.
it's not objective though. It's very personal.
It's like I'm trying to balance
Yeah,
objective.
like Dunkirk is objectively a 5 when you think about like technical filmmaking,
Technical,
but
yeah.
subjectively, is it a 5 for you or not? You don't have to rate it 5. You don't have to.
But it should be a 5. That's the
Why
problem.
should it be a 5 though?
Because there, I can't,
Because of societal pressure.
because of podcast pressure. Number 1.
Just
Godfather
rate
is one of the
Kingsman
best
2 a
movies.
5.
Just do it, man. You want to do it? Just do it.
That's what I think.
Moto is a 5.
But here's the thing: but Kingsman 2 is below Kingsman 1, though, and that's the thing. And Kingsman 1 is a 5.
So it's a heavy 4 then.
All the Lord of the Rings movies are 5s. There's worse ones and there's better ones. They're all still 5.
Yeah, I never said
I
my
just
rating scale
compare
makes
them.
sense.
So talk to me
I
about
never said
Murder on
that.
the Orient Express. What is it about it?
I loved
Johnny
it.
Depp?
I loved from the Johnny Depp was, I think, great in it. Like, he had like a weird character that we've seen before, but like it was kind of a new twist. Like it was kind of similar to Bulger, and I kind of like that.
Yeah.
But it was like,
Whitey.
yeah, it was Whitey Bulger.
Okay.
But I was like guessing the entire. Like I didn't read the book, so I didn't know. But like honestly, to me, it was still a mystery. There was a couple leads in it, and I like more the story than anything. I was more guessing, and I liked that. I was done very well.
It's fair, man.
Was it the power outage we experienced while watching it?
That almost ruined it.
Did that help?
I totally forgot about that.
That happened. I was like, oh, so it built like anticipation for like the next 2 days until I saw it.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
Adam, what's your number ocho?
Ocha?
Is Ocha your ocho?
look at you. No. My number 8 is a sequel.
Oh, Kingsman 2, eh?
GOTG too?
One of the most underrated directors in Hollywood, in my humble opinion.
Wow.
Danny Boyle's T2.
T2, interesting.
And I don't mean Judgment Day. I mean Trainspotting, baby.
Oh, wow.
Heavy 4. Like it more than the first one.
Wow.
Scott is triggered. I love it so much. It blew me away.
It's a 4.
And a half?
No.
Ouch.
It's not that good.
I love it. I thought every character was improved upon. Just
Really?
where the story took them. I just think it's a better movie than the first one. It kind of blew my mind.
To me,
I
it's
love
just
this.
sad,
I don't know
though.
much more to say other
Just
than I
sad.
loved it.
Like,
It's just
I
sad.
thought it was really? I thought it was fun.
Like
I
sad.
just mean like the characters
Such
are
an
just so
upbeat-
sad.
Yeah, 'cause none of them really.
They're just sad people. It's like
Yeah.
they've done nothing with their lives. Like the first one is like they're young and they're
There's
making
hope.
mistakes and there's hope for the future.
And then this one is just like
This one is
nope,
like everyone's just fucking.
They're old.
They're just sad old
hope
people.
is gone. This is gonna be like the
It's
rest.
just different vibe.
Yeah,
I thought it full Danny Boyle though. It's a 4 still. Like I still really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't know. It just hit me in the right spot. I loved it a lot. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was heartfelt. Yeah, loved the characters. Just loved everything about it.
It's a hot take.
Hot take. I know. Is it a hot
Just
take?
like
I don't-
Moto. It's a
I
hot
think
take. That's two
we
hot
might have
takes.
some crossover Timbit.
Mm.
No, G2.
Sorry.
Fuck.
Almost.
Moto?
Okay. Ouch, Tim.
Yes.
Thought you had my back there.
Moto, for sure, though.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. It's not gonna be on your list.
No. Sorry.
All right, number 7. My number 7 of 2017
Moto.
has already been mentioned. Again, we're into repeats.
T2.
Kingsman.
Kingsman 2.
Yeah, right.
No.
Get real.
One of the most fun movie-going experiences that I've had. Like
Disaster
I was
Artist.
cackling
Ever?
this whole time.
Disaster.
Yeah.
Logan.
The disaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I just love this film. It's great.
Yeah.
Franco will be nominated.
great.
Arguably could win.
How
What
fun
more
would
could I
that
say?
be? Imagine he won.
That would be fun.
That'd be
But
wild.
there's not much more I can say. I love the ending, the split screen. That correct me.
Oh.
Forgot about that.
Side by side.
Ugh.
I
Beautiful.
don't know. It's just great. It's my
Yeah,
number
it's
7.
great.
The Disaster Artist.
Great.
Great
10.
take.
Yeah.
What's your number 7?
My number 7 is a directional debut.
Oh.
Directorial debut.
This movie is written and directed by one Jordan Peele.
Oh,
there it is.
Get out!
Give it a heavy 4.
That's a great.
Cut.
I remember watching it.
Sorry,
That
that was me.
That was a stage. That was a stage direction.
Yeah.
debut, I remember watching it at the time and being like, "Am I watching a 5-bang right now?"
Is this possible? Could a comedian
was it a
make
5-bang?
5-bang?
No. A couple. I don't love a couple things at the end.
Got him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've sold me on that line being terrible.
What was it? Oh, yeah.
Starring Daniel Kaluuya, who I think is amazing in this movie.
Incredible.
Did not know he was British. Blew my mind
Crazy.
You haven't
when I
seen
found that
Black
out.
Mirror.
Damn.
Is that the lead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Allison Williams, Bradley Whitford, Catherine
Oh.
Catherine Keener, Taylor and Andrew Jones as just one of the
Oh.
scuzziest dudes of all
Jesus
time.
Yeah.
He just played himself.
And
He seemed greasy. Like, he looked like he was
he's
greasy.
constantly grease looking.
Yeah.
And
So,
Lakeith Stanfield. Great horror movie. Some really funny moments in it too. Really uncomfortable movie at times. Cannot believe it's Jordan Peele's first. Like I can't believe it's a first time director doing it.
No.
It's like
Let alone,
pristine
like,
and perfect.
A comedian like that. Like a
Yeah,
Yeah.
a skit
he
comedian.
has like
What the fuck?
extreme talent already. I can't wait to see what he does next.
Yeah.
Hope he keeps doing like original stuff because
4 movies.
loved it.
He said.
Go see it.
He's producing something with Blumhouse.
Yeah.
He's producing like something. That's his next project, not directing. Ty, what's your number 7? Better be fucking good.
I think you guys will be happy with that. I lost it. No, I found it. God, I hope you guys are okay with this. Spider-Man: Homecoming made it 7 for me.
Wow.
Yeah, that made 7 for me.
Oh, I'm very pleased. I love.
I was very excited about the movie. 'Cause, like, to me, like, the Spider-Man movies were okay. I think we kind of accepted the Spider-Man movies because they were pretty much all we had.
Yeah, it's pretty high praise.
Very good hot
They're
take.
okay.
To me, I never really loved them. I don't think that they could have been. I think they always could have been done better. And this just shown that it could have been done better, and it was done better.
This is the best Spider-Man movie, yeah.
By far the best Spider-Man movie in my opinion.
I like the first one.
I'm so happy you guys agree.
And of course, you can see Robert Downey Jr. sprinkled in there, so that was a nice little
biased.
treat. No, unbiased.
One of the best villains.
Yeah.
There's been an absence of great villains in these superhero films.
Yeah,
His intentions are clear.
One of the best.
you know what's going on,
Makes sense.
and like they tied his his motive into like the entire series, which I thought was really cool.
Yeah,
like you haven't seen
motivation.
it, like his motivation is like very clear, and and it makes sense for the entire universe, which I thought was really cool. Which is cool because they didn't think they were going to like tie it that much into the universe, which I thought was pretty neat.
This is the best Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, for sure. So it makes you excited to see what they're going to do with the rest of the character.
You've come a long way from being furious about
No, I picked a Marvel movie in my top 10, so it's really not that far.
No, you didn't let me finish.
Okay.
Being furious that Tom Holland was cast.
Oh yeah,
Remember that?
I was so actually I don't recall that.
2-3 years ago.
Quite angry.
He looks like a kid.
I
What
don't-
the fuck? Spider-Man's not a kid.
Doesn't
He's a man.
He's
He's a 30-year-old
a
man.
30-year-old man.
Doesn't ring a bell.
Adam, number 7.
Put the cookie down.
Whoops.
Adam, what's your number 7?
So well prepared. My number 7 has been mentioned.
Moto.
It's directed by
Get it.
a couple brothers.
Ooh.
The Safdie brothers.
Good time.
I had a fucking fantastic time. It's amazing. Heavy 4.
Yep.
Maybe a 5 on rewatch. Who knows?
should
I
really
don't
watch
know.
That's the highest ranking of Good Time, unless Ty has it higher.
I didn't see Good Time.
That's the highest ranking of Good Time. 7.
Robert Pattinson. Literally forgot I was watching him. I was explaining this to someone the other day.
It was someone else.
Yeah.
He was playing.
I was like, I know everyone's.
He was playing Connie.
No one has seen Good Time. Like no like regular non-big movie buffs.
No plebs.
No plebs. Sorry, no Franks, no
Right,
bums,
right.
no casuals.
No
I literally saw this
ties.
movie alone in a theater.
Like by
I was
yourself.
by myself for
Like
this one,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
so
I did too.
A lot of people scoff when I'm like, yeah, Robert Pattinson's movie Good Time. They're like, Twilight guy. Watch Good Time.
He's come
Wait,
a long way.
hold on.
Guy's incredible.
Good Time.
You've seen it.
Yeah, I did see this.
Thank you. I'm pretty sure you did.
This guy's.
Didn't we review it?
We did.
I'm
We did
pretty,
review it,
pretty
right.
sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were there.
I was there.
His
I've seen this movie.
brother. They like. Are
Yeah.
thieves.
Yeah, I saw this.
You
Thank
didn't
you.
love it?
I thought it was really good. Wouldn't have made my top 10.
Didn't make your top 10.
Probably maybe my favorite score of the year.
Mm.
Just want to mention. Had to mention the score. is
Pretty good
incredible.
score. Wow.
Amazing performances.
We'll talk about
Guardians of the
We'll
Galaxy.
talk about Blade Runner later.
Oh shit! Honorable mentions.
At the very
yeah.
end,
Good
honorable
Time
mentions.
is great.
Sorry?
Oh, you?
You're done? Okay.
Yeah.
You just stop talking.
Ooh, number 6.
Mhm.
I'm not looking. Would you stop?
You're a liar.
This year was pretty great for directorial debuts.
So
I know
early.
where he's
It's
going.
a turn.
So early.
You think so?
Oh yeah,
I think so.
I think it's be Lady Bird.
Taylor Sheridan?
Oh
No,
I was wrong.
I did not know where he was
Wind River. I fucking love this movie.
Yeah.
Heavy 4.
Wind River was Jeremy Renner.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do a weekly movie show.
Thank God I do not belong here.
I thought I had a bad memory.
I just love his little trilogy
That one I
of,
didn't see.
of westerns with Sicario and
I didn't.
oh my god, what's it called?
Hell and High Water.
Hell or High Water, and then now Wind River. What's going on over there?
Did you see Wind
I
River?
didn't see Wind River.
I'll stop this show right now. Did you see it or not?
I didn't see it.
You for sure saw Wind River.
I guarantee you I did not. No, because I remember
He did not.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Scott. Go ahead. I'm gonna
He
quit.
just writes. It's just Taylor Sheridan. He's definitely another guy to watch out for. Like we have Jordan Peele, not Safdie Brothers.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
we can watch out for them.
Yeah.
I mean directorial debuts. What was the other one?
Right.
What's
Greta
I
Gerwig.
don't know. Greta Gerwig.
Lady Bird,
Yeah.
Jordan Peele, Taylor
Aaron
Sheridan.
Sorkin.
Yeah, Sorkin.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Well, his game. Stay tuned.
Wally's game.
I just even that flashback scene alone, just fucking crazy.
That edit when Bernthal comes to the door.
Oh,
Bernthal's in this.
but yeah, overall excellent film. I cannot wait for what he does next. Wind River. That's my number 6. That's my number 6. 10.
My number 6
Didn't expect that.
begins my list of 5 bangs.
Oh shit!
6-5.
Has been mentioned already.
Oh fuck.
It has been.
It's a sequel.
Kingsman 2.
T2.
What?
What the fuck?
Oh, with the fake out.
You remembered, I guess. I love this movie. I saw
I
it
knew you
twice.
did, you
I
little
saw it
shit.
alone, and then I saw it with you the day after.
Yeah.
Because you need to see it.
You've seen it.
T2 I've seen, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
I saw it before. I saw it twice before we recorded. And I said embargo to me watching it again. Yeah, I loved it. Written by John Hodge, directed by Danny Boyle, starring Ewan McGregor, Ewan Bremner, Johnny Lee Miller, Robert Carlyle.
Didn't even make my honorable mentions.
Yeah, love it. Performances, I think, are like top notch from all 4 guys. They did not skip a beat.
Yeah. They seem the same.
It is sad, but it's just kind of like I'm okay with it because like
I still like it.
it's just like that's just the way the characters have progressed, and it's sad, but
There's
that's
no
where they are
rust.
now.
They like snap right back into their original
Yeah,
characters. There's no rust.
And then Danny Boyle directs the shit out of this movie. He doesn't
Well
go
said.
full Boyle.
He
There's-
goes.
That
He goes pretty
Spud
Boyle.
scene
He goes pretty-
when he like is falling.
Yeah,
Oh.
tripping
that's
out.
probably my favorite scene in the movie, where like
Yeah.
Spud's tripping out and he like falls off the top of the building, and then like
Oh.
Ewan McGregor just comes and like catches him. I'm like,
Even the very end with the room, and the room's like fucking.
Yeah.
sure, yeah, it's very.
My mind.
But yeah, I absolutely love this movie. Loved it. I thought the performances were great. Plot was great.
This is
Preach,
a hot
brother.
take. I feel
Preach, brother.
It's not.
T2?
It's not making any lists.
T2. Like nobody's
Yeah.
talking about
No.
T2 this year.
I haven't
Loved
seen it
it.
on a top 10 yet. But
Loved
it was like critically acclaimed and everything.
Yeah.
When it came
Oh,
out.
I
I,
saw it.
I forgot it came out this year. Like when I was looking at my list.
No, loved it.
Loved it.
All right, Ty.
Mm.
What's your numero 6?
This has been mentioned?
Okay.
Question mark.
Let's have it.
Spit it out.
This movie may or may not have made me feel something in my eyes.
You mean in your heart?
No, just my eyes.
It just caused some irritation.
You don't
Yeah,
have
that's-
Logan.
No.
Mm.
This is Lady Bird.
I knew
Oh.
it. Hot. Well, not hot take, but shocking take. From
Shock
for you.
Yeah.
For you.
This is like this year's Lion.
So you feel.
No explosions.
Oh, I said I felt something in my
There's one
eyes.
movie a year where
There's one
Some of
movie
the
where,
irritation there.
where it's just like, wow.
the scratchiness.
That's what
Yeah.
human life is like.
Yeah, it's like, wow, this is what
This is what-
interesting.
Real
This is-
humans feel.
This is bizarre to me. I better shut this down now. That's like, yeah, that's pretty much what it is once a year. Yeah, just great. This was Greta Gerwig's directorial debut, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Fantastic. Blew me away. I as soon as, while I was watching it, like I was really comparing it to Get Out, like on the same, like just being, what the f is going on over there,
We both drop things, I think, or is it just me?
guys? I'm literally blowing your minds right now. Can you please focus?
Continue. Nothing.
I was watching it. I'm watching, and like I remember we watched Get Out earlier that year, and I was just sitting there going, like, this is like someone who like has acquired like experience over years of directing, putting this together, and then we started talking about it later, and then someone said directorial debut, and I was like, duh, duh,
Yeah.
like
Shocker.
blew my mind whole. I could not believe it.
You think she's gonna win?
I certainly hope so. Like
Saoirse, I mean. No.
Yeah, Saoirse, yeah. Like she was just fantastic. And like if you look at the cast, like I thought they were all great.
Well, she's
Was that you haven't seen
very
it?
I've not seen.
excellent.
You guys saw the TIFF. I did not
That's
see
right.
it.
Yeah, you saw it, right? You saw it after.
I saw it. I
Was
saw
it?
it
No.
in Whitby,
Okay.
our town.
Yeah.
Very good film.
We don't live there. It's not.
Yeah.
Don't follow us.
Please don't find us.
I live in Canada.
Yeah, but just
All right.
great, just originality and just so like it was just such
many
just a
colors.
good story. Well, there was not. It was
Timelines
actually,
were
her hair.
it
great.
was actually quite drab.
Drab.
Actually, there wasn't a lot of color there.
Adam, what's your number 6?
My number number 6 has been mentioned. It too is a directorial debut.
Get out.
On the river.
Get Out. And I'm not talking to Sweaty. Jordan Peele, directorial debut. When I saw this movie, much like Tim said, I couldn't understand what I was seeing because I said, how could a comedian
do this?
Yeah. How could someone who's never directed a movie make a movie look this good, sound this good, be this well acted, such an original concept? It blew my mind.
Scare is similar to a joke in construct.
Yeah, that's what they say, right? They say
up.
comedy and horror are actually like very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a great horror movie, great psychological thriller.
I just it was amazing, like how he could pull the performances out of the actors. Like he knew exactly what he wanted out of these people, and he was able to get exactly what he wanted.
Hot take: Daniel might maybe sneak in that best actor category.
If he does, I'll be thrilled. He
As
is
of late,
again amazing in this movie.
He's been sneaking into some chatter as of very, very recently.
He's up for best actor in comedy for Golden Globes, right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
I'm right.
Because Jordan Peele's furious that it's considered a comedy. Yeah. He's like, there's nothing funny about what this movie's about.
That's crazy.
Yeah, get wrecked. Get Out, 4.5 out of 5, love it.
My number 5.
Getting into the meat here, boys.
Here we go.
This movie's been mentioned.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
Oh shit.
What the fuck?
T2.
Lady Bird.
Lady Bird.
Lady Bird.
No. Moto.
Dunkirk.
Dunkirk.
Oh, Dunkirk.
Number 5.
I knew it was coming up. I'd be coming up soon.
Yeah.
We have to go to Dunkirk.
Christopher Nolan is just a master of the craft.
Violence.
This movie,
Some director.
you know, it's one of those movies you have to see on the big
Is this a
screen.
directorial debut?
Fuck no.
No.
No name guy.
Yeah, never even heard of him.
I just, you know, sitting in a theater, watching 70mm IMAX, just this, like, Spitfires, like, screaming, like,
Yeah.
it literally shook me to my core.
Yeah.
And even just that last shot
Oh.
with Tom Hardy in front of the flaming plane.
Most
boy.
beautiful shot
Top
of the
10
year.
best shots of all time. I love this movie. It's a 5. We're getting into my 5s now.
Yeah.
Playing right now at Tiff Bell Lightbox in 70mm.
Go see it if you
Really?
can.
Really?
Yep.
Shit.
Rewatch.
Dunkirk, number 5. Tim.
Ooh, my number 5. 5 bang.
Top 5, here we go.
Has been mentioned.
Oh.
Kingsman 2.
Moto.
Shape of Water.
Fuck.
Oh!
Written and directed by Guillermo del Toro.
Pretty high, buddy.
Starring Sally Hawkins, Doug Jones, Octavia Spencer,
Doug Jones.
Michael Shannon, Richard Jenkins,
You love Richard
And
Jenkins.
Super
Michael-
underrated. He could get
I
nominated.
do,
He's gonna get
and Michael
nominated.
Stolberg.
Such a weird person to love.
He's great, man. He's so
I'm
likable.
not saying he's not, but it's just I love Richard Jenkins.
Those two are gonna get nominated for two
Spielberg will be nominated.
Spielberg.
Call Me By Your
For
Name.
Shape of-
Spielberg's my boy
for,
as well.
Call Me By Your
Best
Name.
part of Call Me By Your Name.
Really?
Yep.
I'm in.
Top 10 best features.
Yeah, great directing. Great like set design from Guillermo. Crimson Peak was not good, but that house looks amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the set design wasn't good. It was a
No. The set design's the best thing about the movie. Set design in this movie is great. Doug Jones, I thought was CGI, full costume.
A little bit of CG with the,
Little bit of
with
CG,
the little
yeah.
colors and stuff.
But like
Lights.
he was in makeup for like a ton of hours a day there doing stuff. Octavia Spencer is up for Best Supporting Actress. She's fine. I'm kind of confused by that one, but
And what?
Golden Globes, I think she's
It's
nominated.
not, well, they
Or something.
Golden Globes gets like double the nominations.
Yeah. But Sally Hawkins is awesome as I forgot her name. Oh my god,
I feel.
Emile? Something like that. Anyways, great movie.
Emile Hirsch.
Yeah, cute.
Very touching. Just really well directed, really well written. The cinematography is great.
I'm looking at fingers.
There's some gross stuff going on with some fingers in that movie.
You haven't seen it.
I haven't.
See it, man.
Oh,
Tyler.
yes.
It's great.
What's your number 5?
Number 5. Numéro 5. It is.
Look at your phone.
No,
Do you
I got it.
know what it is?
I got it.
Are you sure?
I'm-
You literally did this on this very episode.
Literally every movie you seem to forget.
No.
I see your lip quivering, so get it right.
He's scared. He's
got it.
feeling pressure.
No pressure. It has been mentioned before, I think. Yeah, it was. Logan.
Oh,
yeah,
cracking the top 5.
Cracked the top 5. Yeah, because it was just, to me, yeah, you said it great. It was like the one that had to be made right. Like, and they perfectly ended it. It was just, yeah. Again, more.
Thank you.
Like, hopefully they ended.
Hopefully.
Yeah. I would not be against Wolverine coming back in the MCU.
Infinity War.
But
Totally forced.
I'd be okay with him not coming back though.
Deadpool.
Yeah, I thought he was. He was great. He's been doing this for God only knows how long. It was just beautifully done. Yeah, the perfect send off. Beautifully done. Like just watching, it was like I'd compare the cinematography to something like great. Like it was just great cinematography. I was very excited about that.
Not something you don't see in a lot of superhero films.
It's a much slower movie, like a slower burn. But you were okay with that.
It was basically if you gave like a filmmaker free reign to do it the right way, like the way that any artist would do it. But you never get that chance because it's always a studio thing.
Keyword being artist, and that's the thing. This was done by an artist, not by just a director. It was an artist that did this.
Didn't feel beholden to another whole franchise, a whole universe that it had to continue in some way.
It was its own kind of deal, and you felt that. And I liked that a lot.
It's perfect in every way.
Yeah.
Adam. Number 5. Bud?
My number 5 has been mentioned. It is the most fun I've had in a theater all year.
Disaster Artist. That's high up, eh?
Disaster Artist.
Yeah. Wow.
The 5 bang.
Oh yeah, you 5 banged it.
This begins my 5 bangs.
5 bangs.
One of the funniest movies I've seen in years. Arguably the funniest. Just had a blast start to finish. The thing I didn't expect, I knew it would be funny. Didn't expect it to be a good movie. The actual story of Tommy Wiseau and Greg Sestero was inspiring. It was like moving how they genuinely were friends, and I just thought that James Franco got amazing performances out of everyone involved. I think the test for like, will this movie be good or will this movie be great? If you took all the Room like recreations out of it, it would still be a great movie.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what like got it over the hump.
That was the icing.
That was the icing, right? Like
the cake was great.
It's kind of like an easy. I feel like it was kind of easy to do like the side by side recreation thing.
Yeah, super easy.
But like to do the like Tommy Wiseau auditioning and like them at the nightclub or them going to James Dean's death site, like things that we don't know about.
In the diner. Diner scenes. Cackled.
Yeah, incredible. Just absolutely loved it. 5 bang. Hope Franco wins. Actually, that'd be great.
My number 4 had me bawling. In the theater. The Florida Project.
Yeah, there it is.
Willem, I love you.
Sean Baker. It just feels like real life. It just feels real, and the performances just felt so natural. Willem Dafoe will get nominated this year. And all the newcomers.
Might win. He's the favorite to win right now.
I could see that. Brooklyn Prince, I believe is her name, the young girl.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
What a name.
Great movie star name.
Brooklyn Prince.
Brooklyn Prince. And I forget the name of the mother, but they were both great. Yeah. Like, I think Brooklyn Prince maybe done like some small, like one other role, like small role in like a show or something. Like barely done anything. The mother's done nothing. And it just felt like we were watching their life. And it was just beautiful. And just hearing the behind the scenes, how the crew literally lived in that motel with the people that were living. Like it was a working, running motel. Like actual people lived there while they were shooting.
Blowing.
People in the same experience that they were showing, basically. Crazy.
Yeah. I feel like Sean Baker has that way of capturing like real life by literally going
magic.
And he goes in and like captures literally real life, like Tangerine,
real people,
similar Florida Project.
Yeah,
he definitely makes movies unlike anyone else.
This movie just had me from start to finish. Like it just grabbed me, and I love it.
Don't talk about any marks. I'm gonna cry.
Oh,
Last 5 minutes, fucking.
You're
Like,
not
like I
human
said,
if you
I was
don't cry?
fucking bawling.
I haven't seen yet.
Fucking
I sobbed. I
bawling.
meant enough to say I sobbed.
That's my number 4. Tim,
Yes.
what's your number 4?
Hot take here.
That's
It's a
not
5-bang.
This one's mine.
Also saw this one at TIFF. This is 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Oh
There
my
it is.
word.
Written and directed by Martin McDonough.
sorry.
Martin McDonough.
Thank you.
Starring Frances McDormand, Woody Harrelson, and Sam Rockwell. 2 of those people will be up for Oscars. For sure.
One of them is not. No, one of them is named Woody. No,
What?
One of them is not named Woody.
Yes, sorry. Frances McDormand pulls in probably her best performance. She is fantastic as a grieving mother. Sam Rockwell pulls in one of my favorite performances of the year as a
Piece of
little
shit.
bit. He's a piece of shit. Piece of shit little like town cop.
Top 10 best character arcs of all time.
Excuse me.
Yes. I did not
Wow.
expect this movie to
Yeah.
go in some ways it did. I did not expect him to have such a major role that he did.
Tests your patience.
Man, performances, the writing is amazing in this movie. Direction is great for Martin.
Marty.
I loved In Bruges. I was talking to Peter from work. Shout out to Peter.
Shout out Peter.
He loves In
loves In
Bruges.
Bruges.
He loves
Rap,
In
rap.
Bruges, like his favorite movie, apparently.
Yeah.
He's not too big on Seven Psychopaths, like me either.
Oh,
It's
really?
fine.
It's fine.
3 Billboards is great, though.
Magnificent.
So
Better
good.
than In Bruges?
No.
No?
Maybe, probably, actually.
Yeah.
Probably. It's more fun than
Come
In
on.
Bruges. And it has a great long take in this.
Does it?
It involves your boy, Sam Rockwell.
Fuck!
Throwing someone out a window.
What?
I'll just say that. It's great.
It's in the trailer.
It's in the trailer.
Ah! Could you just keep talking about Sam Rockwell?
Great
please?
ending.
Yes.
Oof.
Great ending. I'll
You
just
may
say
be
that. I'll
triggered.
say that.
I maybe
If
triggered.
you're a pleb, I'm saying people in general. If you're,
Ambiguous.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you, yes, you as well may be triggered.
oh.
yes.
That's your
Can
number
I take-
4.
It's my number 4.
Can only take so much ambiguity.
Tyler,
Yes.
what is your number 4?
Oof. See, I memorized this. I'll put my phone. I don't. This is gonna be.
Just do it, man.
Just do it. Okay. I love this movie. It hasn't been mentioned yet, and I don't think it'll be mentioned because I'm me and you guys are you.
I got a hot take coming up, so.
This is. See Scott just getting very nervous
I'm
right now.
extremely
I'm
nervous.
so scared.
This
Did Resident
is.
Evil come out this year?
I'm sweating.
It did. It did.
I think we're about to see into your soul.
Yeah.
Rangers?
Thor 3 made it into my top.
Okay.
Really? That's okay?
Thor Ragnarok.
Oh,
Very fun
thank
movie.
God.
I was loving this movie.
Christ.
I was laughing hard.
I know. It was so funny. It was like so better than like
Next
the
to
other
Disaster
two.
Artist, I was
Very funny film.
Yeah.
I was so surprised with this movie because like we saw one and one was like, okay, this is Thor, and then 2 I was like, okay, it's getting worse, and then 3 just like I expected it to be shit, and then like I
was
expected
Taika.
I
It was
expected it to be
Taika Waititi.
amazing, but then I went into it with zero hope and zero
expectation.
expectations, and so once I'd watched it, just fantastic, great movie. Hopefully,
Taika.
yeah, Taika did an amazing job.
Korg?
Yeah, so like Korg, great.
Character.
Never knew I needed him in my life. but
Yeah,
So happy he's here.
Such a quirky movie, like for
Corgi.
such a corgi movie.
Quirky.
Like for
Get
Queen
on.
would approve.
what it was, like it was just great. I was so happy with it.
Oh, my number 4.
Adam,
It's number 4.
number 4. Fantastic 4. Did that come out this year? No.
Eesh. It's about to be a hot take, boys.
Shit.
It's a 5 bang. Get ready to scoff, puke, cry. I don't know your feelings on this one. But it has not yet been mentioned. Well, half the title's been mentioned. Logan Lucky.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you 5-banged it.
You did. You loved that movie.
I rewatched it. It's still amazing. I love it.
Still a 5, eh?
Unapologetically a 5 for me. Haven't seen any heist movies really, other than like Ocean's 11. So I realized this
Really?
is my favorite one. and I'm like, I need to
Italian
see
Job?
more fucking heist movies. It's fine. Haven't seen the original. I'm talking about Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah, the original was not as good, in my opinion. The score. If you like heist movies, see the score.
Okay.
Sidebar. Robert De Niro, Edward Norton. Very good.
Steven Soderbergh, only seen 1 or 2 of his movies, like Ocean's 11, I think, and that's it. I thought he killed it.
Magic Mike.
Haven't seen it.
Haywire.
Nope. I know his movies. I haven't seen them.
Contagion.
Nope.
Contagion?
Channing Tatum killed it. Never said that sentence.
Tim's best, please.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Please.
I can't do it.
Do it. You can do
Please!
it. Do
We'll
it.
see. We'll
Do
see.
it.
I might do it.
I don't even know what. Anyway.
They're gonna know what we want them to know.
Oh fuck.
We're gonna know what we want to know.
Introducing Daniel Craig.
Introducing Daniel Craig.
Oh my god, that man was
Fucking
something.
love Daniel Craig in this.
Adam Driver killed me, slayed me in this
Trevor
movie.
was hilarious in this.
People say that.
I think it's most underrated movie of the year. I just had a blast. It was just fun, start to finish.
It's hilarious.
I just loved it so much.
Full disclosure, it didn't make my top 10, but
Ouch.
it's on the brink.
Yes.
It's on the. It's in
It's
my
on,
honorable
Really?
it's in my honorable
It was a
mentions.
heavy 4, I think.
Yeah,
when I gave
it's
it.
in my honorable
Yeah.
mentions as well.
It's a 4. It's a 4 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4, heavy 4.
Guys,
great.
I'm gonna
Number 3.
3.
Number 3.
I can't
my
do
God.
this. I'm leaving. Too much pressure. I can't work like this.
The Shape of Water.
Oh, so
You were
high, so
nuts
high.
for this movie.
I've never heard of this.
Adam, you mentioned
Mhm.
earlier, you were like, Pan's Labyrinth, obviously number 1. Shape of Water, I guess, is number 2. This is number 1 for me. Yeah. I think this is better than Pan's.
This Pan's number 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I just love Shape of Water. Everything about it. What more is there to say? Direction is on point. All the performances, cinematography was great. But the set design and the costume design, it's going to be up for sure for all those categories.
Excellent.
But just like the ensemble. Like, it's one of those movies. There's a couple movies this year, but just the ensemble. Everyone was great.
Yeah.
And
There's no weak point.
very timely subject matter, and just the story. It was very tight. Like, Guillermo has a tendency to sometimes go off in some of his movies, and you sort of miss the point.
Full tilt.
But I don't know. It was perfect.
Question. This is one of the many few that I did not see.
Many few.
Watching the trailer I'm getting, now let me finish this sentence. I'm getting a very Cure for Wellness vibe.
No.
With the colors.
In
the colors.
the vibe,
very
literally
green.
the vibe.
very
It's like
green.
kind of an eerie, kind of creepy, mysterious movie.
Mostly just the colors, just the set design.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty
color
much
palette.
like the lab
Okay.
is Cure for Wellness.
There's a lot of dripping water.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
very green and blue.
Is it kind of eerie? Like, is it like kind of like
A little bit,
a lot of
but-
mystery
Oh,
behind
eerie,
it? Kind of,
I guess.
okay.
The set design is very similar, like the
Okay.
color palette in
Yeah, yeah.
the research facility and the asylum.
Okay.
Bioshocky?
Bioshocky? Okay.
Just
All right.
those turquoise greens.
Visually, that's it.
Okay. All right.
Greens and blues
Not
and
at
everything.
all.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah. and also, that
Dive bang.
the movie going experience does make a difference, in my opinion. And
Yeah.
like how
Driving
not
a
just the
movie,
film
yeah.
on its own, but what happens in the theater, and the fact that we saw it in the theater, pretty much the same
Yeah,
location.
we were almost sitting where that scene took
We were
place.
in the aisle where in the movie the characters are standing in this exact same theater.
Yeah.
It was just such a moment.
One of the coolest moments
Yeah.
of my movie
Yeah.
going live.
Yeah, like I'll
And-
agree with you.
Adam met James Franco, in the lobby.
I forgot about that.
In the lobby, right before we saw his film.
Was it?
I was
For
in
the
line at
movie?
Starbucks.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
I missed it. I was in line at Starbucks. Yeah. No, it was not this movie.
It was Killing of a Sacred Deer.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was.
Also has been mentioned.
Sorry, it was the same theater. I got mixed up.
Yeah.
I
But
told him I love Disaster
Regardless,
Artist, and I
it-
did.
it makes a difference, and for me, that it pushed it over the edge for me.
It's great.
But
For sure, man. For
that's my
sure.
number 3.
I'll agree with you. Like the movie going experience does like having a movie shut down halfway through watching it. It changes things.
Still
Well, it's like when we saw
Moto
Power
would be in
Rangers.
7.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I don't want to bring up
If
Power
I watched
Rangers.
Power
but
Rangers
yeah.
on its own, I'd be like, this fucking shit. When we saw Power Rangers, it was a midnight show. Fucking half the theater was dressed in Power Ranger outfits.
Yeah.
People were like the entire
And they were loving that
like
shit.
they were all like our age, like
grew up with it.
Fucking frat boys watching this movie, like, so we have like, oh shit! Like they were like laughing, having a great time. You know what? That
like hell.
No, it was honestly, it was great.
It added
like,
to it.
Yeah, because if you're
It's
watching
like Disaster Artist.
Yeah.
Everyone was.
Yeah, true.
if you're sitting there and watching Power Rangers and everyone is dead silent, like you're not gonna have a good time. But if everyone there is like getting into it, like yeah, fucking like that like him changing into a giant robot is fucking lame as shit. But when he changes into a giant robot, I was like, holy shit, he did it! And then like it
Like
just
when all the parts.
yeah, it adds together. Yeah, you know what I meant. But yeah, it changes it for sure.
Enough about Power Rangers. Tim.
Not enough about
Did
Power
not
Rangers.
think that movie would get mentioned.
That's
in
why
our
I didn't bring it
top
up.
10. Yeah. Oh, number 3.
Tim, you're number 3.
Oh.
Oh.
Dunkirk? This is...
Dunkirk.
Huh, that doesn't seem right. Just kidding, because it's amazing. Wind River. Hey, buddy! Written and directed by Taylor Sheridan. Wrote Sicario, my arguably best movie of 2015, next to Mad Max.
This guy's doing good for you.
They flip and flop. Wrote Hell or High Water.
Oh, where was that?
That was like top 5 last year, top 6.
This guy's scorching.
Wrote and directed this one this time. This guy has learned some things from Denis Villeneuve. Direction in this movie is perfect. For a first timer, it is astonishing how well directed this movie is. The shootout scenes are few and far between, but when you do get them, they are outstanding.
Best shootout ever.
Yeah, probably the best shootout
Hot
ever.
take.
Performances are great. Jeremy Renner is amazing in this.
Definitely one of his best performances.
Yeah,
Wow.
Elizabeth Olsen is really great in it. Graham Greene, Gil
Not expecting
Birmingham.
to say that.
Gil Birmingham is in 2 or 3 scenes. Heart-wrenching. John Bernthal is in a sequence, and he is amazing in it.
Cameo.
And
One
then
of the best cameos.
Kelsey Asbill, who is the the young girl who's murdered at the beginning. Or is she murdered? Who knows? Sorry.
Wyoming.
Amazing, man. So good. One of the best edits of all time. When there's a certain like scene that we all know what it is.
The door opening.
You don't know.
Nope.
There's a door opening scene. Did not see that coming at all.
Didn't see it.
Oh man,
I did not.
I don't know what to say, man. I love him. I cannot wait to see what he does next.
Tyler, what's your number 3?
All right, these last 3 are pure switty movies.
Pure bliss.
Yeah.
We're now starting
This
this.
is fucking
What the
terrifying.
fuck? What were the last 7?
Pure switty flicks.
Oh no. Okay.
shit.
Lay it on us. What you got?
I looked and then I forgot. Okay, I remember.
So afraid.
Number 3.
30?
It has not been mentioned.
Swears me.
Which is funny because it's from a director that we all love,
Mm.
I think.
Mm.
Yes, we all love. Any guesses? Any?
No idea.
No.
I said Guardians, but
No.
I'm gonna take a swing here.
Yeah, go ahead.
King Arthur.
Nope.
oh shit, that was a good. That was a good.
That was a good guess. That was a good
That
guess.
was a solid guess.
That was a very good guess.
I have no idea.
I'm spent.
This is Baby Driver.
Oh,
Oh.
shit!
Yeah.
Totally forgot about Baby Driver.
Good. Good.
Well,
That's
no,
what you want to hear when counting
I'm
down your
sorry,
top 10.
I'm not, I don't.
Ty, can I
meant that as a
infuriate you for a second?
Yeah.
If you remember, I 5-banged this.
It's down to 3.
It's not on my top 10.
What?
It's been axed. It's left almost no impression on me. Sorry. I still really enjoy it. It's probably like a 4 now, but
I give it a 4
I think I was
at the
glamored
time.
at the time because I literally had just seen it and came to
I was
this.
astonished by your
Recording.
guys' 5 bangings. Of
Do you know how many times I go and watch that opening scene?
Oh, it's a great opening scene.
Like, I watch that every day before work.
left no impression on me.
Edgar Wright, it was great. Like, it's nice to see him do something outside of the Cornetto trilogy. Like, it was great. I was really disappointed when he didn't get to finish Ant-Man. That really bummed me out.
Mm,
We could have had
True.
something better, in my opinion.
True.
Ant-Man was good. Could have been great.
True.
All
true.
This, I feel like, was the next thing I needed to see. Like, I needed to see Edgar Wright do this. Fast cars,
Great film.
great music.
This is so sweaty.
Edgar Wright, number 3.
Boom.
Yeah.
Adam,
what's your number
No
3?
regrets.
give me this Wind River.
Not villain though.
Do it.
Mm.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Do you take a swing?
It's 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri.
I don't know.
Moto.
It's been mentioned.
Of course.
Where are we going?
going to
Dunkirk.
Oh. Yeah,
Damn.
that was weird. This movie hadn't come up yet.
Have you mentioned Dunkirk?
5 bang.
Okay.
This guy has. This guy has. Yeah, it's just a spectacle. Like one of the most jaw-dropping theater experiences I've had with the real 70mm IMAX. I've never seen anything on that like scale before. Almost the entire film was in IMAX footage.
Just fucking threw me back into the seat. Like,
Gave me like heart problems. Just like completely terrified me when, like you're saying, the Spitfires like shrieking by from the bombing scene at the beginning to
sinking ships and fucking
all of that spectacle blew my mind. But again, it's kind of a recurring theme. The whole aspect of going to a movie and not expecting to be hit with something, and the timeline experimenting that Nolan did.
Oof.
I thought the balls that it took to experiment with a like true story war movie. I've literally never seen that done before. To my knowledge, it's the only war movie to ever have like a timeline that's non-linear and kind of not let the audience know going into it. So
Yeah, that was
a secret.
Yeah.
right?
Oh, I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea.
I
until,
certainly
like,
had no. I was like, what?
I was
It's
like, what's going
non-linear.
on? This is
I was baffled.
Do you know how long it took me to figure out this was not a linear timeline?
I had to see it twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott said it earlier. I think the Tom Hardy scene, silhouette is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Coupled with the score by Hans Zimmer, just one of the most like emotional things ever.
heart pounding.
It was just like incredible to watch. I thought Tom Hardy was incredible with just his eyes. He's the best eye actor. in
Great
Hollywood.
eye actor.
he's
No
great.
other actor can make me feel with this much of their face covered.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought what Nolan did, the level of practicality with like real planes, real ships, real everything, was mind blowing.
Yeah.
5 out of 5.
Agreed. Scotty.
Number 2.
Oh God, we're so close. I'm so afraid.
It's been mentioned.
3 Billboards
Outside
outside Ebbing, Missouri.
number 2.
This guy's fucked.
I heard this
This
was good.
movie is so good.
Yeah, it is.
Just everything about it.
Yep.
What more can be said? What more can be said? I don't need to say
The
that.
viewing experience was like a rock concert.
People were
fucking
loving it.
Howling.
I missed out on not only a movie, an experience.
I couldn't hear the jokes a lot of the time because people were roaring from the previous joke, and I was like literally like struggling to hear. I kind of want to see it again. I feel like I missed
Please?
stuff because there was like, yeah, I'll see what.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some of the best writing, like just super witty, super sharp,
Dark at times. Very dark at times.
Oh, it's fucking
more emotional than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
There's some scenes I was like,
moments of heart.
Really punches you in the gut.
oh shit. 3 Billboards.
Yeah.
Check it out. Fucking great.
Mm.
Tim,
My number 2
you're number 2.
has not been mentioned.
What?
I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, thanks.
It's been mentioned a few times. Dunkirk.
Dunkirk.
That's hot.
Just about
Yeah.
done.
Second best film I've seen all year. What has been said, practicality wise, amazing. Tom Hardy's eyes, amazing.
Jaw drop.
Timelines, amazing. The reason I have it number 2, not like 3 or 4 like you guys have or 5, is I saw it again in non-IMAX, and it held up. I loved it like just as much. And I was like, fuck yes, IMAX was my best movie going experience. Was probably Dunkirk in full, in all its glory. But when I saw it again, so I was still in, still hooked,
I was
still
worried
loving
about
it.
that.
Great.
I've
And
heard
that's why
say-
I'm like, wasn't just like a gimmick with the IMAX. I'm like, this is a fucking amazing movie.
looked
Shit.
good. Still looked good. In regular.
Looks great, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 bang.
Tyler,
Mm.
what is your number 2?
It should be fucked. No offense.
Any guesses?
I have literally no idea.
King Arthur. I'm just gonna say it every time.
Yeah.
You're,
say it every
you're an
time.
amoeba.
Yes.
You're an enigma.
There's no way Guy Ritchie isn't on your top 10
He's
list.
going to do as well. Ty.
You're a hypochondria.
King
What?
Arthur.
Ah!
Are you fucking kidding?
Legend of
No,
Sword,
man.
baby.
I fucking bought it and then I rewatched it on Blu-ray and I was like, This movie's amazing.
This guy.
Oh, no.
These movies are pure, sweetie.
I knew this was supposed to be kicked off.
I do like this movie. I will say.
Okay, thank you.
You too.
Not your top
It's
10.
not even close. I had fun in the theater.
Thank you. I'll take it. I need all the positivity
until
about this
that-
movie I can get.
Heavy
The
too.
giant snake.
We made top 30. We made top 30.
Giant Snake's fine.
Top 30?
Top 30.
I'll take it.
Generous.
Number 30.
Generous top 30.
Don't look at me.
generous.
Don't even ask me.
Oh, I think David Beckham really took me out of it, but other than that, it was pretty good.
He actually didn't. He actually didn't. I mean, he did, but he wasn't bad.
His voice sounds like he face fucked a helium machine. Like, you can't take him seriously.
Very accurate.
Yeah.
Very accurate.
Took me right out of it. Other than that, Big Snake bugged me a little bit, but I loved it. Like Guy Ritchie will
CG
always
Snake,
have. Yeah, he'll always have a special place in
Giant
my heart.
CG
though.
elephants.
Charlie Hunnam.
Charlie Hunnam, I enjoyed him. I enjoyed
like
like
Charlie
the character he created. Like, character was a very quick wit.
Jude Law, your boy.
Jude Law, my boy.
Law was great in
Jude
this,
Law
yeah.
was fantastic in this. Took me on an emotional
A
roller
lot of
coaster.
elephants.
Tell you that.
Dumbledore in the Middle Ages.
Yeah, yeah.
Dumbledore.
Great, great. Yeah, I love this movie.
Adam.
You're number 2.
What's your number 2?
Moto.
Yeah,
I was like,
what
keep
is it?
saying it.
Ladybird? No, it's not Ladybird.
Won't be needing my list
3
anymore.
Billboards.
No, you
Did
didn't love it that much.
Oh.
What is it?
Wind River Bud.
Yes!
Oh, number 2.
Five
Oh,
Bang.
fuck.
Love it
Yeah.
so much.
Where was it on my list? Fucking 6.
Taylor.
Way
Is
too
it
low.
Taylor Sheridan?
Taylor Sheridan.
Tyler
Sheridan
not
is the
Tyler
actor.
Sheridan.
Tyler's the actor.
Yes.
Got it. Directorial debut. Again, much like Get Out. Well, no, I wasn't as shocked as I was with Get Out, but I was just still like, this is incredible that this is your first movie. Also astonishing, it took him 6 months to write Sicario, Hell or High Water, and Wind River. Pretty fucked.
Very quickly.
3 fives in 6 months.
Yeah.
Spent 2 months on each, I guess.
Outstanding.
Astonishing. I forgot Jeremy Renner was such a good actor. You know, when he came in with The Town and Hurt Locker.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this guy's amazing. And then he kind of got trapped in Hawkeye Land
Yeah.
and Bourne Legacy
Yeah.
Land. He's very bland, but this kind of reminded me that when he gets the right material, he can act his
He
ass
was good in
off.
American Hustle. He had a small role in that.
Yeah,
I love
he was
American
good.
Hustle,
He
actually,
was
yeah.
good in that, actually.
Yeah.
Like I say, maybe my favorite shootout in movies ever.
That's crazy.
I can't say enough about it. It was just a perfect Western. It was just perfect.
And then there's that
I loved
emotional
it.
punch at the end with that,
Western,
with that, with those lines that pop up at the end about Native
Totally
Americans.
forgot about
Fuck me, man.
that. Very rarely does a movie like open my eyes to like social issues, which is why Get Out was so good. Also, but this movie is just such a underreported, under-focused on thing.
And literally no one keeps track of it.
Literally, it's
Disgusting,
literally so that gut punch also put it over the top. Just an incredible little movie. This is it.
The number one.
We're at the number one film of
Scotty,
2017.
what could it be?
Certain film hasn't
curious.
been mentioned yet by Scott. Very odd.
Or anyone
Also
actually.
hasn't been mentioned
No one's
by-
mentioned it.
It's
Oh,
fine.
Shit.
Same.
Too long. It was right.
My number 1,
Very long
2017.
Watching a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Very boring.
Fuck.
My favorite film. Might break my top 10 all time.
I can't believe you have that list.
Kingsman 2.
Moto.
Blade Runner,
Mm.
2049. Is it a surprise?
No.
Yeah.
Is this a surprise?
I'm blown
Shots,
away.
I
right
can't
now.
believe it
Surprised
wasn't
you guys.
Murder on the Orient Express.
This movie's a fucking masterpiece. My boy Denis, back at it again. I don't even know what to say.
Goat.
Cinematography,
Sound
Some of the-
design,
amazing sound
performances.
design. Performances, excellent. The story, I wondered where they were going to go after Blade Runner. How do you continue this? But they did it. And they left the mystery. They added more mystery to it. It's fucking amazing. I don't know what else to say.
What more can be said, bud?
Nothing.
2049.
Well, let me continue that then, because this is also my number one of the year.
Shit.
Blade Runner 2049.
Number one.
Has cracked my top 10.
Of all time.
I haven't quite placed it yet, but it will be in there.
Fuck.
My
boy. Pound it.
Denis only makes 5 bangs for me. 5 bang Dolphins movies.
That's fucked.
Direction is amazing. The cinematography is probably some of the most beautiful I've ever seen in a
Deacons
movie.
better fucking win this year.
Score is great. Performances are great. When we talk about like practical effects in Dunkirk, there's some great practical effects in this that you don't realize are practical until you've seen some stuff. Cannot wait to see this again on Blu-ray.
It's gonna
man.
sing on blue.
So good. It's just, I'm just like, it's probably one of the most immersive like films and worlds that's ever been
I was
done.
literally just gonna say that. It was on the tip of my tongue because when I sat down in the theater for the first time to watch this film, and I think you were sitting next to me. I think I saw it with you.
Probably, yeah, probably.
And just literally the sound just envelops you.
Yeah.
In the beginning,
yeah.
When the credits come on and it has, they sort of do the Harry Potter thing and they like turn the icons of the production companies and they turn them into like Blade Runner 2049 versions of the icons, and like just have the sound like wafting over it and it just immediately immerses you in that universe and just fucking took me from there.
Yeah.
Ty, what's your number one?
Guesses? No. Number one, guys.
I seriously have no idea.
I'm more praying it's something good.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't be mad if it was their number one.
It's not.
It's definitely not.
No,
Definitely
not like
Blade
Blade Runner.
Yeah.
I have literally no idea.
You don't.
Okay, well, that's another discussion. We'll get into that later. This is a movie that kept me excited the whole time.
I genuinely have no idea.
The end had a huge twist that I did not expect. Like the very end, they had a twist at the very end of the movie, the last scene, which blew my mind.
Split?
No.
Okay.
Close though, actually.
Have you
Interesting.
is Disaster Artist on your list yet?
Disaster Artist is in the honorable mentions. It was in. I know.
I thought I was gonna get it.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
This is Atomic Blonde. Cracked number one.
Of course it is.
Cracked number.
That makes
Of
perfect
course.
It all
It's all
adds
making
up.
sense now.
Yes.
It's in my honorable mentions.
Yeah, for me it's number one, but like it's your honorable mentions. That's cool
It's
too.
okay.
That's cool, I guess.
I think I gave it like a heavy 3, yeah.
Dope.
Of course it's his number one. It all adds up.
It's a 4.
Yeah, this was my. That's the thing. That's why this year was so hard for me because there was
There's a lot of
many,
sweaty flicks.
so many. Like if you notice, Fast and the Furious 8 didn't make it in there. It was not great.
He's learning.
Like Pirates of the Caribbean, you'll notice, did not make it in
He's
there.
learning.
There was a couple other ones I wrote my honorable mentions that did not make my top 10, which you guys I think would have put it in the 10. If you guys were making my list, you guys would have put it in the 10.
Fast 8 would have been number one.
Yeah, Pirates would have been number one technically.
Yeah.
But it was not good. So yeah, but Atomic Blonde, like that very end twist, like where she was talking to a certain someone at the very end, that blew my mind, which leaves it open to
I did like that.
sequels. It totally opens it up to way more than you thought the movie could be.
I love Atomic Blonde.
Yeah. So it's not your number one then.
Nope. It's
Okay.
Honorable mention.
Honorable mentions?
It was
Okay.
nowhere near
Great
number
long
one.
take because it was edited, but
But
take
still,
fight scene.
yeah, still dramatic. Like the
Incredible.
Action
yeah,
packed.
like the
Great action movie.
yeah, it
Great
held
setting
up.
and soundtrack.
Soundtrack was all the soundtrack.
Soundtrack was great.
The colors. Oh,
Almost no
very
color.
very dramatic colors. Like,
No, there was like some rooms that were lit red and blue that were like stunning.
yeah, and it was just like it was very like dynamic when you saw it. Performances I thought were great. Charlize is fucking badass in this.
Charlize is.
She just like totally owned her role.
Did a lot of her own stunts.
Yeah, which was mind blowing. Yeah,
You really have to look at that, Adam.
yeah. Adam, please.
Reminding myself of what's number one.
Top one, number one. Adam, go.
Adam, spit it out.
I think it's been said.
Uh,
Blade Runner 2049. I sat down in this movie praying it would be as good as it looked, and It blew my mind.
You guys mad that all three of you guys have the same number one and I didn't even have it in my top 10?
Doesn't shock me in the
Doesn't shock me.
slightest.
Okay, good.
You have Kingsman 2 in your top.
Makes me feel better about myself, actually.
That'll do that for you, Tim.
There's nothing more that can be said. It's a perfect movie. Performances, storyline, cinematography, score, set design. Watching all the Vice making of stuff.
Lots of colors.
The meticulous detail that was put into stuff blew me. Like Ryan Gosling's apartment, looking through that window into the apartment across the street. They had like live extras in the windows of a real apartment that they built, like an apartment set, obviously not an actual apartment building, but they had like real live extras sprinkled throughout the windows doing things.
The water scene, they had a fucking giant like set of like the water and like a wave machine and shit.
The junkyard was like a soccer field that Denis literally brought, the prop team brought in like truckloads of like fake
debris,
rubber garbage and like junk and like filled it with mountains of actual prop garbage. It was like way to workshop crazy Lord of the Rings level production quality. Devastating that it like I think broke even. I don't know if it even
not well
made
received.
a lot of money.
It was very well received.
Like, it was not
critically acclaimed.
not to the extent I believe you guys thought it would.
Wrong.
No.
I expected considered a sci-fi masterpiece.
Honestly, I don't know. When it came out, when it like by those who I think loved the first. When this came out, I don't think it had a slow start. I think didn't it?
The first one?
No, the second one.
Oh, the box office, yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's what I'm
box
talking
office wise.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about box office wise.
Pay to go see it. That doesn't mean it was poorly received. Like critically.
No, I mean box office wise, it was not well received at the beginning, at least.
Yeah.
At all.
It's weird wording.
No.
It didn't do well at the box office.
It
was well received.
Yeah,
critically.
We'll
say that.
Yeah. I don't know what more can be said. Hans Zimmer, everyone knocked it out of the park. Denis, the best Canadian director of all time. He's my favorite director, probably over Nolan, I think.
Yeah.
Over Nolan?
I think may have surpassed Nolan with Blade Runner.
I think.
Wow.
I think
Dune.
Tough.
Remind me to give you that copy of Dune, by the way.
Good, by the way.
I think Dune is gonna.
Stay tuned.
I mean, he's already pretty much my favorite director, but Dune, if he knocks Dune out of the park,
it's all over.
It's fucking.
He's
no one's
goat.
beating him.
Just not watching movies ever again.
No, he's just the fucking goat.
You just watch
only watched movies.
No, just even just watch Dune and then just give up because you know it's not going to get better than that.
Yeah.
Unless he does Bond.
I mean,
unless he does Bond. I was going to mention that. I didn't want to bring up Bond. That's a whole other discussion.
There's like 6 Dune books, so just putting that out there.
So we wanted to do.
Might happen.
So we've done our top 10. We got Blade Runner 2049, Blade Runner 2049,
Atomic Blonde.
What was it? Atomic Blonde, Blade Runner 2049. Let's give some of our honorable mentions. Some films that didn't quite make the cut, but were almost there. Almost there.
Logan, for me.
Yeah, I got a couple I wanted to mention.
The cut last minute.
Baby Driver, Logan.
Yep.
We mentioned that. Star Wars.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Nobody mentioned Star Wars. How does Star Wars didn't even make your fucking?
I didn't like Star Wars episode. Remember?
Holy fuck!
Bizarre. Triggered.
Nope. The entire world agreed with me.
A lot of films that you guys mentioned: Logan Lucky, Atomic Blonde, Get Out. I like those films. Mudbound. You guys see Mudbound?
Thought it was fine. Didn't love
You
it.
watched it?
Thought it was fine. Yeah, it was fine.
I watched
thought it was
20
good.
minutes of it.
It was good.
Oh,
Ouch.
I saw the preview.
Fuck.
no one mentioned Call Me by Your Name. I thought that was a very well directed film. I thought it was great. You gave it a
mediocre. 3? Yeah, very mediocre.
Crazy.
And all 3 of those stars were from Michael Stolberg's speech. That's like gone viral that everyone loves. Yeah, didn't like anything else.
So I just need to watch that one part on YouTube, and I should be good.
Just watch the last like 15 minutes. Yes.
And we were talking about this film earlier. Brawl in Cell Block 99.
You gotta see it.
I thought it was fucking great little genre grindhouse film.
Yeah, almost top 10 of the year.
Wow.
Very entertaining.
Shit.
2 films I want to mention. Really underrated films. Icarus, a documentary about Russian doping.
Heard about that.
Great documentary. I don't watch a lot of documentaries. And a very underrated horror film, Raw.
Oh, I never saw that. Damn it.
Probably one of the most underrated films of the year, I feel.
Yeah.
No one saw it.
Underseen.
Raw.
Wanted to see
French horror film.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
The puke
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Everyone puked out. It's
Yeah.
allegedly.
That's all I got. Tim, you got any other honorable mentions?
Spider-Man 2. No, not Spider-Man 2.
Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2. 4 years later, still amazing. No, Spider-Man Homecoming. John Wick Chapter 2. Give it a heavy 4 as well.
That was well done.
Great sequel.
Mother was
Really,
one of the most insane movie experiences I've been in.
Yeah, you're right.
Ballsy.
Yeah.
I love the balls.
Didn't like it.
Didn't pay it off as much as I wanted
I'll
it to,
never
but it
forget
was
it.
yeah.
It was something.
It was
I loved it. I think I gave it a 4, heavy 4.
I think that scene with the baby is like the most one of the most shocking.
Just the
things I've ever
allegory
seen.
itself.
Yeah.
blew my mind when I found that.
Yeah.
Craziness.
A few things on here. Logan Lucky.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. Disaster Artist. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, which wasn't as good as I wanted it to be, but I think it was still
very fun.
I like
still
it a
very
lot.
good.
I like it a lot.
Wonder Woman, which
No, sorry.
to me that was it was definitely one of the best. Overrated, really?
I don't. It's a 3.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't love it.
Get Out, which I was so I took a lot out of me to not put it in my top 10. But a big one that I think is going to shock you guys: independent dramedy. That I
The
did.
Big Sick?
The Big Sick, which
Yeah.
I really was
It was
hard to
good.
take out of my top 10. That one was rough. I really enjoyed that.
I'll quickly bang off John Wick 2.
Yeah.
Amazing action sequel. Loved it. Lego Batman.
Oof.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Thought it was
Yeah,
hilarious.
hilarious.
Both heavy 4s. These are all heavy 4s, actually. War for the Planet of the Apes. Tim, give you some love there. Absolutely loved it. Spider-Man Homecoming. Favorite
Nice.
Spider-Man movie. Loved it. Atomic Blonde.
There
you go.
Number
Did it.
1.
Yep, very good. Not my number 1. That'd be close. And The Last Jedi. After seeing it again, very hard to leave it off my list. It was like knocking on the door. But
Yeah, I saw it a second time. It's very, very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Logan kind of snuck in.
I took Logan out for a good time.
See, yeah. So
Logan was knocking on the door for me.
it was Logan or TLJ. Yeah.
Number 5.
There it is. The year's over.
Well, that'll do it
That's
for
it. Fuck
our
it.
top 10 favorite films of 2017.
Get hyped.
If you do like this video, leave a like on it. If you want to leave a comment below in the comments section, give us your thoughts on your top 10 of 2017. Or you can make fun of
lame.
Ty's list. As well, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you enjoy our stuff. As always, keep it real.
Bye-bye.